Hello and welcome to day 5 of our 5-day Build a Website challenge. Today I will share my Go Live checklist, which includes a few quality control checks to make sure we haven't missed anything during the WordPress and Divi web design process. So to break down this checklist further, I've broken it up into groups. And the first part is our pre-launch. You want to make sure that alt text is free from spelling and grammar issues, and to make sure that that part is covered, you can use Grammarly.com. As well, any dummy or filler text has been removed and replaced with real text. All pages you've created have content that are relevant. Your privacy policy and cookie policy has been created and linked in the footer. Your site is GDPR compliant. And your favicon has been created and displays correctly. And we use realfavicongenerator.net for that. Next part is that your footer includes your copyright statement. You've created a 404 page that is unique. You have also your custom CSS tested using CSS lint. All site links work together and go to relevant pages, whether they're internal or external links. Any JavaScript is error-free. All your images have included an alt text. And your search and search results function correctly. Now for optimization, you need to make sure that your images have been optimized, and there are several plugins you can use for that. Your CSS is minified and combined, the same with your JavaScript as much as possible. You've enabled gzip compression. You've deferred images, and you've used a caching plugin, and you've done some functionality testing, and that's for any of your forms where you've got to register or subscribe now, or simply the form on your contact page. Now, to configure the SEO plugin, we recommend using Yoast SEO and ensure all images have alt tags, ensure all pages have title and descriptions, and configure your default featured image and social sharing image. You've set up a security plugin, and for this we use Sucuri Security. You've got your speed optimization checked. And for that, we use Hummingbird for both speed and for caching. And you've set up your caching both at the serving level and your plugin. And next is make sure that you've done your cleanup, which is removing unused images, unused plugins, and unused themes. So for the themes, you would have to keep active, obviously, your child theme, the parent theme, and one, probably the latest version of WordPress as well. And you've cleaned up all your CSS. Now for SEO, you want to make sure that your page titles are unique, descriptive, and SEO friendly. All your heading 1s are used for page titles and only one heading 1 per page. You've generated the robots.txt. Your 301 redirects for redesign are prepared and in place. You have open graph tags included across your website. You've created social media icons and linked them to the actual pages and accounts. Now with Google Analytics, you've started the integration, the same thing with your Google Search Console, your Google Tag Manager, and you've generated your XML sitemap, again using the Yoast SEO. Now for browser testing, if you're using Apple products, that would be the Mac or iOS, you have to make sure that the displays work correctly in Firefox, Chrome, and Safari. The same thing you check on mobile for Safari and tablets as well. And most importantly is make sure that the displays all work correctly on large resolutions. Now for Windows or Android, you have to make sure that the displays works correctly in Internet Explorer 11 or higher, whatever's coming up next. Make sure it works well in Microsoft Edge, Firefox, and Chrome. And again, check for tablet and mobile devices. And again, make sure it works correctly on large resolutions. Now, post-launch checks will include that your website can be accessed by the search engines, which means you've removed your no index or no follow for pages. You've successfully installed the SSL certificate and redirected HTTP to HTTPS. Your images, media, and links are all the live URL versions. You've added an SPF record to DNS records for better mail delivery, and this part will only apply to those of you who are not using a specific email server like Google Workspace or Microsoft products. You've set up SMTP to guarantee mail delivery. And most importantly, you've set up CDN, which is your content delivery network. And our choice for this is Sucuri Security because it's also free. Now the forms, make sure that you've tested and processed correctly, meaning you've sent them as an example to the correct recipient. Your forms have confirmation URLs or event tracking so submissions can be tracked. Your 301 redirects are in place and working correctly. And again, there are several plugins you can use for that. You've got Google Analytics and relevant analytics tracking tools installed and integrated. Your site has been added to Google Search Console through your sitemap being submitted and have requested indexing. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the challenge. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out through either our Facebook page or on our contact page of our website.